Hey guys, it's Maymay and welcome to another scripture art journal week, and I am so excited about this one. Multiple reasons. One, it's super simple, but the message is so huge, and I want to go ahead and read it to you. It is 1 Corinthians 16:14, and do everything in love. Now, I'm just going to show you something. I was gifted this Bible. This is the Inspire Bible. I'm going to show you the front. Everywhere I've looked, it's out of order, like out of order, back ordered. You can't find it anywhere. And I'm doing a giveaway for one of these on my Hide His Word in My Heart group. So I'm having to try to find one, so I'll have one for the giveaway, but we will find one. But here's what I wanted to show you. So I'm flipping through, just kind of looking at all the beautiful artwork that comes inside. It's basically a coloring Bible, so you can go in and color in different places. And every book looks like this. Every beginning of a book has this beautiful artwork. But I came to this one and I was like, oh, I just love the simple, clean statement of this. And it just stuck with me so much as I was flipping through the book. And I thought, or through the Bible, because it is a New Living Translation Bible. And I thought, I want to focus on that verse this week. And I'm going to do that in my journal. Not in the Bible. I'm actually going to color that section that I just showed you, but not for today's video. I'm going to do the journaling in here. And here's why it means so much to me. You guys know that May is my birthday month, and I have been flooded with birthday cards and birthday presents and birthday sentiments and birthday thoughts and birthday prayers and birthday wishes. You guys just flooded me with so many wonderful things, and I'm so grateful for that. But more than that, the love that I feel from you guys when you share with me your story of, maybe how you were raised or how you became a Christian, or how something that I said or did has encouraged you to come back to your walk with Christ. All that love has just overwhelmed me this month, especially. And I just wanted to be reminded when I go back through these books later what this month was like. So I wrote myself a little note about it, and I want to remember to do everything in love. Now, that's the point for everyone today, is this. It's so important that we remember to do everything in love. We can forget sometimes, and we can be very judgmental, and we can be sometimes we judge without thinking, and then we have to correct ourselves afterwards. What I want to encourage you to do is to love first. When you see something and you're going to make an opinion about someone or a thought about someone, first love. And then let your opinion go through that love, and you'll be surprised the difference. I'll tell you real quick this, and then we're going to start journaling. This week, every week, my mother and my aunts have a Bible study here at the cottage. It's on Tuesdays, and I really like to listen in. I usually leave my door open and listen in while I'm working. And this week, we were joking because my mother was running a little bit late. She leads the Bible study. And I told the ladies, I said, do y'all want me to teach you? And they were like, yeah, you do it. And I said, okay, here you go. Ready? It's a short, simple lesson. It is love God and love people. And they kind of laughed at me, and I was like, but think about what I'm telling you. It's powerful. Love God, love people. If you love God, then you've covered the first 4 Ten Commandments, just like that, loving God. Loving people is the next 6. And if you live your whole life through those 2 things, loving God and loving people, hey, you're on the right track, right? So we laughed, and it was simple, but it does mean a lot. So let's get started on a journal page. Enough preaching this week, right? I think I do more preaching every week. Let me show you what we're going to do. I've also been living on Pinterest a good bit. I don't know what it is about me, but every free minute I get, I'm on Pinterest. And I saw these greeting cards done with heart-shaped balloons. And I know it's not Valentine's, but I thought this would be super cute to make a bouquet of balloons on this page that are heart-shaped. And my plan was to use this cloud blue paper to kind of be like they're going up into the cloud. And I'm going to put a little dimension on these this time. I know I normally don't like put some foam in here, but I'm going to, and I'll show you why. Now, the first couple of things I want to do is I want to prep this blue page. And I'm going to use a stamp I have from my stamp set called Define Emotions. So this is my Define Emotions stamp set. It's been used a lot. It's kind of loved, but I love this little cloud, and I'm going to use it on this page. I'm going to put it onto a little block. So I'm going to use this Distress ink, which is Salty Ocean, and I want it to be kind of similar to the background. I'm not really trying to make these guys stand out a whole lot. They're going to stand out. You're going to be able to see them, but I'm not really going for like black in the background. So a little cloud in that corner, and I'm really using a light hand because if they come out really pale, I'm okay with that. I just think it'll be cute to have some clouds up here. And I'm not going to stamp them all in the same direction. I'm going to flip this guy around and have some of the clouds going a little different way, see? And some going in the other way. So just little happy clouds. I sound like Bob Ross. A happy little cloud here in the sky. Couple more, just to show that we're at the top. Now, I am also going to make a mask of this. I'll show you what I mean by that. This is some of that stamping mask paper that you can pick up. I'm going to stamp one of these here and create a mask so I can overlap some of these clouds. I think that'll be super cute. So let me get my little fussy cutting scissors out, and I'm just going to cut around this cloud really fast. Now, I wanted to tell you this. I was sent some beautiful color pencils from Rhonda. She is a sweet, sweet subscriber of mine. She's also my Twitter social media guru. She handles Twitter. And she sent me the Prismacolor Premier color pencils, and they are beautiful. And we're going to use them today on those balloons. I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to let you guys see if it works with me. We're going to see if we can do some shading using those color pencils. And if you guys are interested in a review of those color pencils, let me know, because I think they're amazing and I'd love to show you what they can do. They're a little pricey, so they're kind of an investment piece, so I think that's why you might want to see a review first, but let me know. All right, so this is now a sticker in the shape of that stamp, and I'm going to place it over this cloud here. Now, by doing this, it's going to make this cloud be in the foreground, okay? So I'm fixing to stamp a cloud behind it. And so I'll do this, and I'll just come about right here, and those guys will overlap now. They'll be super cute. Let me find my tweezers. I find it easier to peel this off with my tweezers than to get ink on me. There we go. So see how that went behind it? Super cute. Let's do the same thing here. Cover this guy, ink it up, and then have a cloud coming out this way behind it. I just think this is a cute way to do this. Look at that, little fluffy clouds. Maybe one here, I think. Let's put this guy back down. Ooh, I'm shaking today. Oh, he's upside down. Okay, let's put him on correctly. That would help. Ink up our stamp. And then let's do one kind of here. Good deal. So that gets us a good bit of clouds up there. All right, now here's what you can do with this mask so you can have it for the next time. Stick it on the front of your acetate for your stamp set. Then when you put your stamp back there, you've got your mask and your stamp all in one place. Just a little tip. Okay, close this guy up. Actually, I might want to ink around here, so let's bring out my inking notebook. So I've got my notebook out that'll protect my surface, and I'm going to use that same Salty Ocean ink, and I'm going to really lightly come around the edges and just kind of give this a little inked edge. Just something like this all the way around. So that'll give us some dimension to the page, and we can move that out of our way. I'm going to go ahead and put this up, and I want to show you, if you take these little guys off of your blending tool like this, they then sit right inside of here. Actually, let's turn it upside down. So the next time you need it, you'll be able to just take your little blending tool and pick it up just like that. Super cool. They just stay without any adhesive or anything. I love them. Okay, now then, let's look at our balloon placement. And I'm just going to kind of see how these look with the clouds real quick. And I may have made too many balloons. We'll see. By the way, you're going to want to know about this paper that I cut these balloons out of. This paper was sent to me by a subscriber, again, during birthday month. And she picked it up from my friend Gareth's store, which is G's Embellishment Emporium. And it will be reopening on Saturday. His store reopened Saturday. So I'm super excited about that. So if you want this paper pack, you can get it from him there. Now we're going to do what I was telling you about with that whole shading of those with color pencils. We're going to try this. We'll move those off. They are going to work where I want them. Now, I'm going to show you these color pencils, which are amazing. This is the set that she sent me. They are beautiful pencils. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take kind of some coordinating colors. Like I'm going to find kind of a, I don't know if I want to use a blue or a green. This is a 2-tray set. So I'm going to sit one over here. Oh, this color is what I'm looking for. So she sent me these color pencils, and she also sent me the blender pen, the Prismacolor blender. It's a pencil, actually, that coordinates. I'm going to take this color pencil, and I'm going to come around the edges of this balloon with this color pencil, just kind of coloring in. And then I'm going to take that blender pen and bleed this out a little bit. you're going to be surprised how this does. If it works. It may not work. Like I said, I want to try it. So I'm going to take the blender pen now, and just in some circular motions, I'm going to bleed that out a little bit. Really, I'm blurring it. Just blurring that around that edge. I just kind of had this thought that this might work to shade these, and that way I can shade them in the right color, even if my Distress inks didn't match. So this will be something I'll be able to use for all kinds of projects. So if you ever run into the issue of your Distress inks not matching, look how we were able to ink that edge basically using a color pencil. Let's do it again. Let's take it over here, and I'm going to use a light hand. Don't need to use a very strong hand, just a light hand with the color. Just get some on the edge. You could be real specific with this too. Just like that, and then take this color blender pencil and blur that out. So now this balloon is going to have some dimension to it in a similar color to what the pattern is. So you see how it did that? So it's lighter in the middle. Pretty cool, huh? I'm going to do it again. Let's do it on this one. And again, light hand, light color, right around that edge. As much as you want to, ink up or shade in your balloons, you do it the way you want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around. That's another cool thing. Using these, if I was using like you can do this with your Spectrum Noir, with your Copics, but sometimes you have to kind of stop and go back before your ink dries too much, or you'll get kind of a harsh line. With this, it's a pencil. It's not drying. All right, and when I opened these, I opened them on Periscope. I had some people ask if they were wax-based, and I didn't know the answer, but several of the people on the Periscope said they are wax-based. So if you have that same question, you'll know that these pencils are wax-based. I love this blender pencil so much. I always tried to do this with a white color pencil in my collection because I just had the Crayola twist ups, and I always tried to do this with my white pencil, and it didn't work. So I'll hold this one up so you can see it as well, so you can see how the edges are inked. It looks pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and do that with all the rest of them using a color that coordinates. I'm also taking a coordinating blue pen, and I'm coming into the clouds, and that's cute, coming into the clouds, right? And I'm just kind of putting some shading into the clouds as well with a pencil that's almost the same color as my background. And it's kind of giving the clouds a little more shape, a little more dimension. And a cloud can be any shape you want, so you can really go crazy and have fun with this, which I think this is a fun way to do it. And again, I'm going to use that blender pencil and come in and smooth and kind of blur this out. I'm in love with the blender pencil. I think it is the coolest thing ever. So just get those all kind of colored up a little bit there, and then let's blend them. So taking this same pencil, now I will show you, like the last thing I did was that kind of green color, and so my tip is a little bit dirty. So you just want to take that on a piece of paper and just kind of rub off any leftover ink that's on there from your last project, and then come in and you can blur those pencil marks out. I'm still learning these pencils. I cannot wait to learn everything I can possibly do with them because I think they are amazing. I guess you don't need a review if I'm telling you how great they are, right? I've only used them. This is only my second time to really put them into use. I used them when I got them. I just played with them just to see how they acted. But I love them. I don't use a light hand on this. I think depending on the paper, because I'm doing this on cardstock, so it's really okay. But I'm going to bring this up and let you see that a little more in detail. See how cute that is? Just add some cute detail to your clouds. Okay, I'm through with the pencils, so I'm going to put those away really quick. Now we can work on the balloon. So I'm going to start with putting some down in the background. Let me get some glue here. And I'm just going to kind of start building them. So I'm going to start with this one back here. And it will be on top of some of the clouds. That's okay. That's just our background. And then I think I'll put one here. Now this is just going to be a mound of balloons. So there's really no way to mess this up. Just add your balloons wherever you might like them. And then I'm going to use some of these other colors, but I'm going to pop them up and I want to show you. These are those foam, the 3D foam squares that we carry in our store at MaymayMadeIt.com, and they're not very thick. These are only, how How thick are they? They're very, very thin. They're only like a 1/16 of an inch. They're very thin. Can you see how thin they are if I hold them like that? Pretty close. So I'm okay with using these in my journal where I want to have a little bit of dimension, because they're not going to be, they're not going to pop everything up way, way high. If you want these to have a thicker dimension, you'll need to stack these on top of each other. You could stack two and get a good 1/8 of an inch pop up. But this is a really thin dimension, and so we're going to use it. I'm going to put this one kind of in this area, so that way it'll kind of separate it from the one behind it. And let's put one here, I think. I don't know, I might need to move you up to this spot a little bit. Something like that. This time, I'm just going to put 2 foam dots up at the top of the heart, and then I'm going to put a dot of glue at the bottom. So then when I put this in, it'll be lifted up in the back, but not in the front. Just like that. Then let's see what we want to go in the front. What pattern? I love this polka dot balloon. I definitely want it in there, so maybe something like that. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to put the foam at the bottom because I kind of like how it's poking up at the top. I should have done that with the first one, but you know what? Hindsight. I'm not going to stress about it either. I'm just going to let it be there. There are so many ways to do balloon pages. I saw so many of them on Pinterest. You can get lost out there, though. It's a warning. That's my warning to you. You can get lost on that Pinterest thing. All right, let's put one here. Maybe out this way, yeah. And then we'll put that one in the middle to fill in. Okay, so there's our little pile of balloons. It's going to look more like balloons with this next step. I'm going to use my Uniball black pen. This is the Signo Black. We also have this in the store if you're interested. I know a lot of times when I show my pens and things, people want to know where I get them. This is from MaymayMadeIt.com. And I'm going to look where the balloons are. Like this one at the back is here. So I'm going to draw a string, just hand drawing it. I'm not stressing about it being straight or perfectly crooked or anything. I'm going to come to this one, and this one's going to come kind of in this area. I'm just going to make sure that they come together at a point at the bottom. Then this one is probably that way. I'm not going to draw that one. I'm going to come to here and draw this one in. I'll draw this little string in here. Let's bring this guy in so he's not just hanging in midair. Let's come over here under here and bring this one in. Something like that. And then let's see if we can add any more strings. Maybe one here. And then down here, I'm going to kind of let them come out and separate. Just kind of run them off the page. Cute enough. You get the idea. That's balloons. And then I'm going to draw a bow. So I'm just going to make it as big as I want it. Something like that. And then come back out here. Remember, it's a string. It won't be perfect. It won't match exactly. It's just a string tying those together. I'm going to make it a little thicker in places. Just kind of go back and play. I love this pen. Lots of ink come out of it. Just like your white gel pen, you get lots of ink out of these black ones. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to thicken this top up. Now we just need our scripture. I'm going to take a pencil, and the way I want my scripture is to kind of come across this bottom. What I'm going to do is plant my palm down on my work surface, take this pencil, and I'm going to just draw an arch. I'm going to go this way with it and this way with it, just back and forth, making an arch. This is just for me to write on, and I'm going to erase it when we're finished, but that'll get me started. So then I'm going to do the bigger words first. So the biggest word is everything. I think I'm just going to do everything kind of here. Always like 3 dots. I don't know. It just continues it out. Then I'll put the scripture reference at the bottom here. 1 Corinthians 16:14. And then up here, I'm going to write the word do because I skipped it. And that way I have do everything in love. Now I'm going to pin it in. I've penciled it. Now let's pin it. Now I learned this the hard way last week. I want to let this ink set for a second before I start to erase, because last week I smeared it. So we're going to let that sit for a few minutes and then erase those lines. And that's going to be our page for this week. I love how it turned out. Now we just need to put it into our book. So I'll bring the book over here. And we're going to glue this right in here. I love this little page. Glue this little guy in. I love this page. I just love it. I also love, I don't know if you guys do this, but I go back through my pages and look how different they are from week to week. Like, look how bright this page is, right? But look at last week. What a difference, right? How we go from week to week. I love how this one turned out. I think it's super cute. I could so see a card done this way. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if this is your first time joining us, head over to our Facebook group, which is called Hide His Word in My Heart. You can see what other people are doing in their journal pages. You can get the scripture list from all the way back the beginning of 2016 to now, so you can jump in and get started. Don't wait. Even if you're finding us middle of the year, jump in, finish out the year with us. You can always go back and do the beginning of the year later on. So there you go. That's this week. I look forward to talking to you next week and doing some more scripture art journaling with you. Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.